The mixture of the ingredients of glass has not changed much over the last centuries. Glass consists of quartz sand, soda, potash, and lime. Further raw materials like alumina, barium barite, and zinc oxide are added, which create a dense surface that does not get harmed by acids caused by the dishwasher. All of them constitute the basis of regular crystal glass.
These ingredients are melted in the furnace at 1,400 degrees Celsius. In order to process it, the liquid glass needs to be cooled down to 1,200 degrees Celsius. Then the glass-blowing pipe is put into action.
Coal tools make glass roll off like water. That means the pipe has to be put into the furnace and remain there until the tip of the pipe is red hot. As soon as this happens, the actual process of glass blowing can be started.
The molten glass, a blob, is gathered onto the end of the pipe. This glass is then rolled on the marver, which is a fairly thick, flat sheet of steel. This process shapes the molten glass blob. While constantly rotating the pipe, the glassblower blows air into it, creating a bubble out of the blob, a hollow formation.
As soon as the glassblower believes the glass has the right temperature, he's able to do so according to experience, he applies color to the bubble.
The color stems from a colored blob of glass, which is kept semi-fluid in front of the furnace. After applying the color, the bubble is put into the furnace again so that the color can disperse. With the help of a tool called a block, the material gets centered, formed into a round shape, and burnished.
The block is made of beech or pear wood. These are the only types of wood suitable for glass blowing because they don't contain tar and they have a fine structure that doesn't harm the glass surface. This tool helps to work the glass evenly.
Und mit diesen Werkzeugen hilft man mit, damit das Glas schön gleichmäßig gearbeitet wird.
With glass blowing, it is essential to continuously rotate the soft batch.
Wenn der Kollege mal aufhört zu drehen,
if you stop rotating, glass tends to react according to gravitation and start spinning. Therefore, this process requires a lot of dexterity.
Dann muss man ein bisschen warten, damit das Kölberl wieder.
Then you have to wait for the bubble to cool down. By cool, we mean 1,000 to 1,100 degrees Celsius. Only then has the glass the perfect structure. It isn't liquid, but also not totally cold. In a following step, the glassblower once again gathers the amount of glass he needs, which is then inflated into a metal carved mold.
Dann in der Eisenform ausblasen zu können.
In that way, the shape and the texture of the bubble of glass is determined by the studs on the interior of the mold. If you open the mold, you already have the almost finished, studded glass.
By scraping the glass with a paddle, the thickness of the bottom is created.
After removing the glasses from the mold, they are put into the annealer. Annealing is usually done at 460 degrees Celsius and helps the glasses to get rid of any internal strain or tension.
In a next step, the glass gets grounded. Redundant glass that forms at production, so-called caps, gets removed.
First, a line is drawn by a fine diamond point. Hot gas flames with about 1,400 to 1,600 degrees Celsius are responsible for surface tension. As soon as the thickness, no matter their dimension, is heated through midway, physical compressive and tensile stress is created. The cap falls off along the drawn line, the predetermined breaking point.
After the surface grinding of the mouth rims, any remaining edges are removed as well. In a last step, all surfaces get burnished before the glass is finally completed. Kurzsalto is currently the 6th generation to manage the glassworks.
Grundsätzlich hat man früher die Hütten dort errichtet, wo man die natürlichen Ressourcen vorgefunden hat.
Glassworks were basically built where natural resources like wood and quartz were available. The manual skills of the staff have always been an integral part of the glassworks.
Von den Glashütten.
As was the case in earlier times, both female and male glassblowers, engravers, glass grinders and glass painters are employed at Kurzsalto's glassworks. Here in Neunagelberg, studded vases, water sets, hand-painted, engraved and blown glass, as well as high-quality wine glasses are produced.